All right, so we are back for another Upgrade Talk episode. So I think that's number 21, 22. I'm not really sure, but we're here. I'm super excited for this episode in a new setup. So if you're on YouTube, I'll just put a little footage of the new setup. I used to be in my office, and now my girlfriend, soon to be wife, she moved in the office with me. So we're using that room in the house, to just have podcast set up. We're also going to use it for content, for just maybe also like a worship space. So I'm super excited, you guys. New episode. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to talk about life update. We're going to talk about the goals for the end of the year. We're going to talk a little bit about the next the previous podcast, the next podcast that are coming up, and yeah, man, and just a lot of things that I want to talk to you about. First of all, I want to thank you all for all the shout outs, all everything, all the feedback that you guys have been giving me actually, and so yeah, man, I'm super grateful. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like this video, and if you are listening to this on any streaming platform, I mean, give it a 5 stars or give it a 5 star. I'm not really sure what it does, but I'm pretty sure it helps. Leave a comment. And yeah, man. So, all right. So today we're going to talk about a little life update. So if y'all don't know, I'm getting married, which is crazy. I'm getting married in a week and a half. I mean, depending on when this is going to drop. So I'm getting married on August 5th. So right now we're Wednesday. So it's not this Saturday. The next Saturday I'm getting married, which is crazy. If you would have talk to the Dorian, of maybe 2-3 years ago, I never would have thought this would happen. But hey, God works mysterious ways. When you find the right person, when you click, when you do the right things, man, it happens. I wish this for everyone, to find their mate, the person that they want to spend the rest of their life with, and someone that understands you, someone that you can talk to, and someone that you can share certain feelings. I know, like, sometimes as men, we don't share our feelings that much, or we're kind of close. So just having someone that you can open up. I still have some work to do with that, but just having someone that you can open up to and just share certain things with is just a blessing. My family is coming next week, so my majority of my family is coming on the 31st, and I think that the other half is coming on the 1st. Everybody's coming to Mexico. We're gonna have a blast. I'm super excited. We hired a photographer, videographer. So man, stay tuned for that. I think everything's going to be like probably on our Instagrams and stuff like that. So this is crazy. Your boy is getting married. Your boy is cuffed. It's crazy. So yeah, probably I'm trying to have the wifey on a podcast probably after everyone, and the whole family's back home back in Canada. I'm gonna try to have her on a podcast and just share what it is to be in a healthy relationship and a godly relationship, and maybe certain things that we did that help us. I think if you're planning on getting married, which I hope, I wish for everyone. If you're planning on getting married, I feel like there are certain steps that you need to do personally, as a couple, as a team, just to make sure that you increase the chances of having a fruitful relationship. So yeah, man, that's good. That's the first thing. We're getting married now. As I said, I'm in a new, not a new place, but a new studio that we built up to with the girlfriend, with the future wifey here. Super excited, super nice. I like what it looks like. You can see the LED lights behind me if you're watching on YouTube. The podcast is going to have more guests. I know you guys have loved the past episode with Elie Boulet. It was crazy. We did great numbers, actually. Like, I think this was the second or third best podcast. So yeah, we had a lot of people. Followed us on Instagram. We gained certain, some subscribers. So I definitely see the impact of the podcast and having guests and having people that share their journey, share their mentality. And this is what Upgrade is about: the Upgrade mentality, Upgrade talk. It's about getting better. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. It's about reaching new heights. It's about hearing things from a different perspective, in a different way, so that you can you're not necessarily stuck in a certain mindset, and you just learn to just learn from from new people, not just me. I'll still do like, one podcast where I'm alone, but I'm trying to bring on new guests. Of course, here in Mexico, it's kind of harder to get guests because I don't know people like that, and I was kind of close to the idea of doing Zoom. But from what I've seen with the last podcast, I mean, you guys loved it, so I've planned out a few interesting podcasts online, as well as I'm expanding my network here in Mexico so I can bring on guests that are going to share value. The reason why we did the whole setup is that when people come here, when we're able to invite guests, we can have a nice pace. We can have something that is warm, that that gives a good visual as well. So man, stay tuned for that. We're gonna have more guests. And I mean the next podcasts, we're gonna have some solid people. I've reached out to some of my friends that are having amazing businesses, and I think the next few podcasts, I think there are 2 or 3. Not only they're great business people, I think there's one that he has a restaurant and he's building I think it's a barbershop slash nail ish, and I don't know, whatever it is, spot where people can come do their hair, do their nails, do all of that, just cosmetic, I think, or just what, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, he's building something like that, and it's also someone that lost 60 pounds. So I feel like there's an amazing correlation between health, fitness, and business, health, fitness, and career, health, fitness, and being a good mom, a good dad. I feel like when you learn to be disciplined with what you eat, with how you treat your body, you can implement the same concepts to your relationship, to your business, to your finances, to your career, to a lot of things, to a lot of other things. And as well, when you take care of your body, you have more energy, you feel more confident. So yeah, there's one that lost 60 pounds. There's one that lost over 100 pounds. And now I think he has multiple businesses. His wife has an amazing bakery business in Montreal, which is doing crazy numbers. We're probably going to talk about that as well when we're going to have the podcast with him. This is going to be in French. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. French and English, some in French, some in English. It is what it is. I'm from Montreal, you guys, so you're gonna have, if you only speak English, you're gonna miss out on some podcasts, and if you only speak French, you're gonna miss out on other podcasts. It is what it is. I'm trying to bring as much value as I can, and of course, from my network, I have people that speak both. I have people that only speak one language, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, man, we're gonna have amazing guests. We're gonna have people that are in restoration. We're gonna have people that are in fitness. We're gonna have people that are in real estate. We're gonna have people that are in so many things. But again, I want to bring these guests on to show you what mentality it takes to achieve anything. Me, I'm in health and fitness. I have a clothing brand. But again, I feel like the same principles apply to any other industry. And the same principles, a lot of those principles also apply to just being a good parent, just being a good leader. We're going to have also a lot of pastors. I'm Christian. I'm very bold about my faith. I'm trying to have also a lot of guests that are in the same faith, that we're going to discuss about faith, how it can help you in your day-to-day, how it's important to get closer to God, how important it is to just grow spiritually. So we're gonna have a lot of pastors. We already had my pastor here. We talked about leadership. We're gonna have his pastor hopefully in September, and we're gonna have a lot of other great pastors on, because I feel like just pastors is one of those things that you deal with a lot of people, you deal with a lot of issues. And it's just super great in terms of leadership, in terms of faith. It's something that these are people that I really look up to. These are people that inspire me a lot. If you can be a great pastor, this is something so great because you have a lot of eyeballs on you, right? You have a lot of eyeballs on you. You need to have a disciplined life. So I'm excited for these conversations as well. So this is, again, you got to stay there. I'm going to try to bring on a lot of athletes as well, because it's a certain mentality. if you want to reach whatever it is, whether it's a financial goal, a physical goal, or a dream that you have, it takes a certain mindset. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You gotta think differently than the 95% of the population, maybe 99% of the population. So I'm trying to bring those people that really did great things, that really achieved things that are unusual. People that lost a lot of weight, people that gained, people that changed their life around. Great husbands, great wives, great parents. Again, just to help you level up in different aspects of your life. So this is one thing I'm super excited about, and this is the reason why we set this whole thing up. And again, where I'm planning on investing more. Just like a low budget setup that we did just like last minute, because I really wanted to do the podcast today, and we didn't have time to buy other things, and of course we're trying to be budget friendly. We try to do something budget friendly, but I think like probably in a week I'm gonna try to invest in more equipment, just to just bring more value to the podcast, to the listeners. So this is something that is really dear to me. So again, if you like the content, if you feel like you're gaining value from the podcast, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, give it a like, comment if there's anything or anyone or anything that you want us to talk about, or anyone that you want us to talk with, or any subject or any subject that you want me to touch on. Just shoot it in the comment section on YouTube, right? So this is going to help. Of course, we're trying to bring as much value as possible. So now, what's next for the podcast? New episodes. We're going to talk also about my goals for the podcast for the end of the year, so that you can keep me accountable. I really want to bring more value. I want to bring more podcasts. Have more podcasts on a more frequent basis. So keep me accountable for that. Let me get a sip of water, and we can continue with the rest. All right, so for the end of the year. All right, so so before talking about that, so one of my goals, and one thing that it is really dear to me, especially when we talk about upgrade, the mentality, the mindset. My goal is really to build a community. So my goal is really to try, probably by the end of the year or something, to build something, maybe a Discord, maybe a Patreon, maybe, I don't know. I have a Facebook group, so if you want to join the Facebook group, we talk more about, it's more fitness, health related. I give workouts, I give recipes. I talk about mindset, about a lot of things. It's Upgrade Nation on Facebook. It's a free, it's a private group, but it's open in a way, in a sense that you can just set an invitation, and I'll accept you. So Upgrade Nation. If you're on YouTube, I'll link the link. I'll add the link to the description so that you can join the group if you want to have workout ideas, recipes, mindset, and stuff like that, right? So this is something that I already have, but it's more fitness related. But one of my big goals is, again, either a Patreon or a Discord or something like that, just to I want to build a community of people that want to upgrade in all aspects. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about fitness. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about a lot of things. And I want to have different aspects or different subjects in this community, where if people want to have business ideas, or they have questions about a certain business, they can go there. People can, just lift up one another. If we talk about fitness, I want people that need motivation about fitness, that they could just go on that community and get inspiration. People that achieve certain things, fitness wise, they could post their journey, they could post their transformation, and just people can just lift up one another. I want to build that sort of community. I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about faith. People that are struggling with their faith, that have questions about their faith, about especially Christianity, that we can talk about and stuff like that. This is something that I really want to do by the end of the year. So that's one of the reasons why I want to grow the podcast, so that we can build a strong base of people that want to join that community. Again, and the goal is that if you need anything health related, fitness related, you can have inspiration, you can have tips, you can have whatever it is in that community. If you're looking into finances or business wise, you can have people that achieve great things, or you can have a community of people that can help you and guide you with that can help you to upgrade. Right now I'm doing the upgrade challenge every 2 months. There's this upgrade challenge where for 4 weeks you can't cheat. You have to work out 30 minutes a day. You have to read 10 pages of a personal development book, and you have to drink a gallon of water a day for 28 days for 4 weeks. This is like a mini 75 hard challenge. This is like Walmart version of it, right? So just like maybe sort of version of something like that, something more accessible for people that want to just get started in being more disciplined in their habits. So I have this that I do, but I want to eventually transition into, still do the challenge, but transition into people that love these type of challenges, people that love being challenged and being put in their put outside of their comfort zone. I want to build that sort of community, and just people that are hungry to get more, to do more, to help more, to be more. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole concept of upgrade. It's a time of not the year, not the month, or whatever it is. It's the time of our life where we get to upgrade in all aspects. So I want to build a community of people that resonate with that message, that resonate with the time is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not in a month. It's now. We have to get it now. We have to get started now. We have to start the journey now. We have to start working out now. We have to start that business now. We have to start getting better now. Tomorrow's not promised. So I want to build a community by the end of the year, an Upgrade Nation, in either Patreon or a Discord. So if you know anything about that, if you have ideas, drop it on YouTube. In the comment section, or I don't know if you can leave comments in on the streaming platforms, but mainly on YouTube. If not, if you know me personally, shoot me a DM, and help me. Maybe send us a DM on Instagram at Upgrade Talk if you have any ideas of some sort of a community, or if it's just something that you would love to be a part of. Shoot us a DM, just so that we know that so that I know that it's something, there's a demand for it, right? So that's an idea that I really want to make it come to reality. Now what's next? So goals for the rest of the year, right? So I'm gonna give you some of my goals that I have for the rest of the year, and hopefully my camera is not gonna die. If it dies, I'll just pause it and restart it. All right, so some of my goals for the rest of the year. So I want to read 7 books. So that's one of my things that I've really been struggling with, is reading more consistently. Because I have periods where I read maybe for 10, 15 days, like back to back 10 days. I read. And every time that I get, let's say, at the middle of a book, I kind of start slacking. Right now I'm reading The Power of Habits, and I'm right in the middle. And this is where I started slacking a little bit. So one of my goals is to read 1 book a month for the rest of the year. So that's 7 books. When I wrote that goal, I said 7 books. So 1 book a month was just to keep that in mind. That's one of my goals. So I encourage you to have a goal of books that you want to read by the end of the year. It doesn't need to be a lot. Maybe if you never read, maybe start by 1 book by the end of the year, or maybe 2-3 books, and trying to go with something that is going to help you to grow as a person, mentally, physically, whatever. Something that's going to help you upgrade, something that's going to help you increase your knowledge, something that you can take action on and see results. That's why I love the book about habits. It talks a lot about habits, how habits are formed, how habits are maintained and what are the effects of those habits, either good or bad, right? So yeah, so 7 books. What else? I have a lot of goals, and I encourage you to write down your goals, but I'm not gonna go through all of them. Yeah, so I want to go on 2 to 3 trips with my wife to be. All right, we are back. So I just wanted to take a little break because my camera is overheating if I let it run for too long. Anyways, so we are back. So I was talking about my goals for the end of the year. So let me just slow my mic a little bit here. I think that's good. Anyways, yeah. So I said, going 2 to 3 trips with the future wifey. So that's one of my goals because I feel like being here in Mexico, we haven't really fully taken advantage of the whole, not the whole, but just taking advantage of the place. Mexico is so beautiful. There's so many things to see. And yeah, we want to travel here in Mexico, but also outside. So maybe 2 to 3 trips. Of course, there's work. There's a lot of things I want to, have a lot of podcasts. So of course, not travel all the time, but having 2 to 3 trips, not including honeymoon. So we don't know yet where we're gonna go for honeymoon. Probably Colombia or something like that. We've heard a lot of great things about it, so maybe we're gonna go there. We don't know yet. Maybe we're gonna go somewhere here in Mexico. We don't know yet, but if you have any place, any idea for a good honeymoon, a good place to visit, whether it's in Europe, in America, whatever it is, just comment in the section down below, or even on Instagram, send us a DM. But probably it's better on YouTube. Leave in the comment down below what great place we should go for our honeymoon after the wedding, right? So let us know. But yeah, not including the honeymoon, 2 to 3 trips with the wifey by the end of the year. What else? One thing, spiritually speaking, I want to do 2 to 3 fasts by the end of the year. I know my church is doing a 20-day fast. I think it's in October. So I'm gonna do this one for sure, but I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2 other fasts. Just have more guidance in my decisions, get closer to God, hearing His voice. So 2 to 3 fasts. If you had never fasted for a spiritual reason, I highly recommend it. I'm super excited for that one. I want to do 2 to 3 fasts by the end of the year. And perfect. What else? And yeah, so for upgrade talk, I want to have 50 podcasts uploaded. I want to have 50 podcasts uploaded by the end of the year. So if right now we are at 21 or 22, so that would mean about 30 more podcasts. Again, I think I have probably around 7 or 8 planned that are scheduled or in the works for the podcast with guests, and I already have ideas for next guests. And again, my goal is to expand my network so that I can have podcasts, yes, through Zoom, but that's not really my cup of tea. That's not really my go-to. But if there's no other options, as I said, I've seen that the last podcast really did well, regardless of if it was on Zoom. So yeah, we're gonna do Zoom if we need to do Zoom, but I'm gonna try to prioritize, live like this, in person podcast with guests, people that are from here, that are businessmen here or businesswomen here, and just have more guests. So keep me accountable. 50 episodes uploaded by the end of the year. We're at 20 or 21, I think. So yeah, 30 more ish podcasts by the end of the year. And build a podcast room in the office. I did it. So low key, this was not what I was thinking of, but hey, it's done. So I can already check that out. So that's one of the things, guys. That's why I highly encourage you to set goals, and set a lot of goals, not just like 1 or 2. Set a lot of them, because when you complete one, it feels so good. It gives you, it encourages you. It encourages you to do more, to go for the next goal. So hey, we did it. I already have one, and I think I wrote that like a week ago. So man, you see, you write it down, and man, you just work towards it. So the podcast studio is set up. Of course, we're gonna, as I said, I'm gonna invest in more equipment to give you guys just better quality and just a better overall experience. But yeah, that's done. So this was for my goals for the year. Some of my goals, not all of them, but some of my goals for the end of the year. So now the last thing I want to talk about for this podcast is upgrade apparel. So as you can see on YouTube, I'm currently rocking the T-shirt from season 2, right? So for those who don't know, or for those who didn't know, we went through a rebranding. So this is not the logo. This is not the logo anymore. We have a new logo that is not out yet. You know, I'm gonna actually have the girl. How we call this? It's I have it. I just can't remember how you call. What's the profession? She's I mean, the girl that did the rebranding. You know, brand specialist, something like that. I have it. I know I'm gonna remember it, and I'll just scream it out loud out of nowhere. But anyways, the girl that did the rebranding, the new logo and everything, I'm gonna have her on the podcast. She's a great friend of mine. She was here in Mexico. Now she's in Colombia. She's coming back to Mexico for the wedding, and then she's going to Montreal, I think, with her fiance. But yeah, we went through a rebranding because we needed something new. And for those who didn't know, this logo that you can see here is a logo that I actually got. I think it was in 2015 or something like that. But I got it from Vistaprint. You know, so it's like a free logo that I got from a website, right? So this was not something that is authentic, you know. So I really wanted to have something that is our own. We changed the logo, so I'm probably gonna reveal it either sometime in the beginning of August. But since we're celebrating our 1 year in September, I'll probably release it in September. So I'm kind of hesitating between, you know, revealing the new logo, the new branding in August or in September for the 1 year anniversary. But yeah, we're going through rebranding. There's a lot of things that I want to be working on. We had 3 launches this year. We could have had a lot more. There's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of mistakes that I did as an owner. I'm learning. And again, this is something that I highly recommend you to do. You get started and learn as you go. You know, if you can get a mentor or something like that, do it. Of course it helps. But man, don't be afraid to start and fail. Don't be afraid to start and not know it all. Don't be afraid to start and you know, and fall, you know, and make mistakes. This is how you grow. This is how you learn. So I made a lot of mistakes with the brand, but overall I'm happy. We're in the 5 figures in the first year with a lot of mistakes done. You know, with a lot of mistakes done. So we, you know, over 5 figures in revenue, and I'm super excited. I think that we can really scale that business, and with everything that I've learned through, you know, the first year, and the year is not over. Our first year is not over. So there's a lot of things that I've learned, and we're gonna try to close this first year, you know, strong, and then start the new year with a new branding, with a I wouldn't say new identity, but just more clarity in, you know, what the brand represents. More clarity in terms of what the brand represents. So I'm super excited for where we're going as a brand. I know that people love the quality. The girls, again, I said it in previous podcasts, but the girls are in love with the material, and that's my main thing. Is just to make sure that to bring top quality to the table. You know, I think, you know, we found our material, and we're gonna stay consistent with that material with new designs. You know, the ambassadors, everybody that receive the clothes, the brand, the items, you know, they're in love. They're like, man, the quality is amazing. So of course, going to keep the quality high, but we're just going to increase the marketing. We want to increase the identity, and that's one of the reasons why we did a rebranding, because we wanted to be more clear in terms of our identity as a brand. So I'm super excited for that. We're going to talk more in depth about the rebranding with the brand, especially the girl that did the rebranding and stuff. We're going to talk about what was the process of changing the brand. What is the identity now, and what was just the whole journey and the process through that. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. At first we had an idea of what I wanted. I had an idea of what I wanted, the new logo and everything. And then she did an amazing job. And then it was a super complicated logo. And then we changed it and we changed it and we changed it. And we came to something I'm super proud of, and that represents who we are as a brand. And again, just the upgrade mentality, the upgrade mindset, the upgrade. Again, I want to build that upgrade nation. Everything that I do, it's about upgrading. It's about getting better. It's about doing better. It's about doing more, in all aspects. And I want the people that wear the brand, I want the people that wear the brand to feel like they're a part of something greater. They're a part of a bigger mission. They're a part of a bigger community. It's not just a cool name. As I said, it's in our mission statement. It's not just a cool name. It's not just a cool brand. Upgrade season. No, there's really a mentality. There's a mission attached to that. The goal is like when you wear that, you're not the same. You grow and you understand that, hey, I'm meant for more. I'm meant for more. I want to achieve more. I want to do more. I want to be more. So this is and I want to be around people that have the same mindset and that are going the same direction. People that I can inspire, but people that can inspire me as well. And that's the goal with all our ambassadors, all of our athletes, all of our influencers. That's what they live. They live that upgrade mentality, that upgrade lifestyle. We saw with Ellie Boulet last podcast. She's about that. She's going to do her first bikini competition, bodybuilding competition. It's hard. But again, that's the upgrade mindset. It's 2 hours of cardio every day, 7 days a week. That's crazy. When she told me that, I was like, what? How you do that? I do 10 minutes of Stairmasters. I'm like, jeez, my guy, are we done yet? And she has to do like 2 hours every day. So again, this is the upgrade mentality. It's people that do the extra mile, that go the extra mile, that think different. People that, that reduces the people that reduce the excuse and increase the work ethic, increase the gratitude, increase the understanding of the journey and all that type of stuff. But again, it's not just about fitness or business. It's also how to be a great person. It's also be a great parent, be a great lover, a great companion, be a great friend. This is all a part of the upgrade mentality, And so again, I want to create that that community of people that just want to get better, do better, right? So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. We talked about everything that I wanted to go over. So man, yes, I hope that helped. I hope you guys like this podcast. If you have anything that you want to share, leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Upgrade Talk. And man, if you're listening to any streaming platform, make sure to give it a 5-star. I think you can follow us, or I think you can follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that type of stuff, right? So let's get it, man. Let's get it. I'll see you on the next episode. And until next time, get up, get dressed, and go get what's yours. Peace out.